Hello Libra, welcome to your April 2019 general reading. Thank you for joining me. This is for Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Entering into Aries season here, Libra, and for you what I get is a stage of rebelliousness. And for you Libra, I kind of like it. I feel very much an energy here of you, if you haven't already, I feel like you're seeking out like-minded individuals, those other people who think outside the box, those other people that are wild at heart, maybe even a little bit eccentric. There's a uniqueness here, and I feel happiness results as being around people that share your kind of belief in the world. So here it's not about following the rules or being very serious. Instead, I get very much an energy here of wanting someone to laugh with, someone who gets you, someone who respects you for who you are, loves you as you are, and doesn't want you to change for any reason. Now, the best people to do this are other rebels at heart. Rebels are free spirits who don't need to control others or be controlled to feel safe. They know that life is crazy, mysterious, beautiful, uncontrollable, and that we can either hide in fear from that wild creation or show up, jump in, and go for a ride we'll never forget. So I love the energy around you here, Libra, for the Aries season. It seems like you really have this energy of that wild streak coming out. Let's see where this goes. I've already meditated on your energy. Do a couple more shuffles here, and I'm interested in what you're doing this month, Libra. It seems like you're going to be the fun people, the people that are going to be the interesting ones. So let's see. We'll start with past energy for Libra, present energy, the near future, your advice or best path to follow, what's happening around you that's affecting you, hopes and fears, the outcome, and we'll also take a look at what this reading is about. The overall energy is the moon in reverse. Okay, all right. You know, when we think of the moon, we think of lunar. We think of lunacy, lunatic, but in a good way in this case. It's a feeling here of that wildness, like baying at the moon, that excitement of wild creatures. I get very much here a feeling of things not being clear. But I think this month it's something that you just have to go with, enjoy. So it's not about trying to see the way ahead or think too far into the future. For you, Aries season here, for you, Libra, is more about being in this moment and enjoying the moment and having good times with like-minded individuals. Sharing a laugh, laughter purely as the best medicine. So if you've come through a period here that's been a struggle, that's been difficult, here's that joy. Here's a return to you just having a good belly laugh. Now, in the past you have the Knight of Swords. So for a long time there you've been very directed at your future goals. And for you, it's a sense of righteousness, of doing the right thing. But I feel like at the moment, there's this sense of letting your hair down and just letting loose. This is very Libran energy up here that I feel. Whereas normally you're the type of person who, once they have their mind set on something that is right, or that you believe to be correct, then you're going to go for it. Now, in the present energy, you do have the Page of Wands in reverse. So something's happened here for you to take your foot off the gas. You're going full speed ahead. You had all of that drive, that energy. You were wanting to get things done. You were on this righteous path. And then it all kind of came to a stop. A loss of vitality. I feel it's more like a physical thing, that you're just feeling like you need to shake things up. I get a shaking up of the normal routine. A refusal here to play by the rules. A need to break through your the stereotypes of the air sign, which would be the Knight of Swords. Break through those stereotypes and go against the grain. Now, in the near future, we do have the Three of Swords in reverse. Okay, so I understand. I do feel that there has been some pain recently that you've gone through, an ending, maybe even someone who has betrayed you in a way that has caused a heartbreaking ending. But here I see what's going to get you through this particular stage is you going out and having fun. You know, you were really intent, you were being you in the past, but it led to hurt. So now it led to hurt and a lack of energy. So for you, now it's getting that energy back by just letting loose. Really enjoying going out amongst people who share your kind of humor, who get you. That's really all you want, is just to be around people who get you. And it seems to me like these are people who are not the social norm. These are people who share in the wonder of the world, the delight of the world, and are just going to really not be focused on what's happened here around you. And it's going to be a distraction, but it's going to be a good distraction, a needed distraction. As your advice, or your best path to follow, you do have the card of death or transformation. Now it's come up in the reverse, so it suggests to me that there has been in the past a fear of doing things a different way. But as your advice, it's suggesting that for you, this ending is I feel a good thing, because it's going to bring about change, a major metamorphosis in your life, where it's leading you from one stereotypical way of being into another. And I can't help but think that this is going to be a freer time. It's going to lead to you feeling freer, lighter, perhaps without as much feeling that you need to take on the responsibility of everything around you. It's a lighter feeling that I'm feeling around this. So for you, it's certainly not holding on to the past. It's your advice here is to let go, but to let the transformation happen naturally. You don't have to force this transformation. It is going to happen. And it's going to happen by being around people who are as rebellious as you. Now around you, you do have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So disappointment, this is the energy that is around you, I feel. You may also be dealing with another air sign, because I feel that this is more external influence, but the way that it's affected you personally is one of disappointment that things haven't worked out. But rather than let it get to you where you feel holding on to this disappointment, this clinging, if you will, to regretting what has happened, an ending of some kind, rather than do that, it's freeing yourself from worry, stress, heartbreak. It will revive you. I get it as reviving you so that you don't stay in an energy of feeling any bitterness or holding on to any kind of negative feelings or thoughts regarding what hasn't worked out here. Something that you were really going towards. Now, as your hopes and fears, you have the Three of Wands in reverse. So it's, for you, you're going to have to go back to the drawing board. You didn't want to. I feel that. I feel that you didn't want to have to be in this position. You were trying hard in the past to get this going. But now you're having to go right back to square one here and start over. There's a fear around this, of course, because you want things to turn out successfully in your life. So you're having to rethink your future plans, to reassess and plan again what to do next. But I would say here, Libra, in Aries season, the message for you is to not let this affect you too much right now. Try not to do everything at once. You don't have to go from this ending straight to a transformation and straight to the next thing. It's a natural process, and right now all you need to focus on is having fun and getting that humor back into your life, enjoying life again, going out with like-minded people and really just having a laugh. So whatever that means to you. So bucking the trend here of what heartbreak looks like, you're going to turn it on its head and be the person here that is going to be showing the world how to handle heartbreak and get through it the right way. But it's not by rushing into the next thing. Certainly not. It's not by rushing the transformation. It instead is just allowing yourself that breathing space to start enjoying life again. Now, the outcome for you is the Page of Cups. It's in the reverse. So the situation is feel around a breakup, something that didn't work out. It may even have to do with a water sign, potentially a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I get them as a younger type individual, as perhaps even someone who maybe was a little bit immature. I get some immaturity or naivety around this person. Let's take a look. What is this Page of Cups in reverse for Libra, the outcome for Libra? We have the 10 of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, okay. Now with these here, Libra, you know, I do feel that in the past you have tried to make things work emotionally, so in love relationships, or something that you felt a lot of love towards. But I do feel that currently, because of this lack of interest, a low amount of interest in having something that is sustainable. So at the present time I get a very short-term kind of energy. You're not looking for anything that's long-term. You're just really out enjoying fun times. It may be that you're re-entering the dating scene here and not looking for the long term, because I get that you're really stepping back here, taking stock of whether or not this is even something that you want in the future. I feel that you've tried, you have, I feel that very strongly, but because it doesn't seem to have worked out, it may have been, or for whatever reason it was, I feel that for some of you it was to do with there could have been some betrayal here for some of you, perhaps even a third party involvement. But you're now looking at what stability and what the future looks like to you. For you, it's not really, you're reconsidering. You're reconsidering your plans for the future and what they look like. I feel like in the past you've you've thought of the things as more long-term. You've thought of the financial outlook here. You've thought of security. But now there is the opposite way of thinking, a rebellious nature. With that Seven of Swords in reverse especially, it's like an escape. I get it as escape. I want to get one more card on what that Seven of Swords in reverse is. What is that Seven of Swords in reverse here for Libra? Temptation. Okay. It is in reverse. That is the Devil card, excuse me, in traditional tarot. It's in the reverse, so it's letting that go. Freedom. Freedom. Yeah, I get very much an energy of freedom around you. Freedom, liberation from your concerns, from your cares, from your worries. So you're taking your eye off the end game right now and really just kind of enjoying the moment is what I'm getting. Interesting energy. I want to get to a wisdom of the Buddha. You know, I feel like it's not going to be forever. I feel it's just in this time period when you're thinking about what to do next and what your future looks like. And just at the moment, you're just kind of enjoying your freedom, the escape, the wildness, that wild side of you here, Libra. Let's see, what is the message here for Libra from Wisdom of the Buddha? What is the message for Libra? What does Libra need to hear? In soulful repair, the root of all suffering is attachment. Okay, well that would make sense with that Devil card in reverse. Detaching. Detaching perhaps from a codependent situation. Again, for a lot of you, I get you're coming out of something long term and feeling that first sense of freedom. It's not a bad thing. 15. Let's have a look. We'll get the message for that card. From Wisdom of the Buddha, what is the origin of suffering? Desire and selfishness. Lust, passion, and the thirst for existence that yearns for pleasure everywhere, leading to a continual rebirth. What is the annihilation of suffering? It is the radical and total annihilation of this attachment, the abandonment, the liberation, and the deliverance from passion. What is the path that leads to the annihilation of suffering? It is the holy eightfold path that leads to the annihilation of suffering, which consists of right view, right decision, right speech, right action, right living, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. The medicine Buddha here holds a plant that can aid in the healing of suffering and sickness. In his left hand he holds a begging bowl representing non-attachment. Feel the blessings of the medicine Buddha and feel the peace of the awakened soul. Okay, so here I feel that there's an energy around you of detaching and freedom as a result of that. Freedom as a result of detaching. And this is what's going to alleviate the pain. Any kind of suffering you've felt around this ending, anyone who has hurt you in the past. And I don't feel like you're going to be this way forever. It's just a sense, well, the detachment is good. First, let's say that. You know, the way that we interact, if we become too enmeshed or codependent in a relationship where we lose ourselves or lose our sense of self, then that is codependence, and that's a very unhealthy way. And of course, if the other person betrays us, lets us down, or leaves, abandons us, then we're going to feel a lot of pain and suffering. But if we work on not having that detachment, doesn't mean not loving. It's not that. We can love without that sense of ownership, without that sense of, shall we say, wanting to control another or control the outcome of the situation. We can love, but I feel that the energy around this is, after going through this experience and having this time where you're taking stock of what is valuable to you and what isn't, what the future looks like, after this time here of you enjoying your freedom, enjoying the detachment, and releasing this pain and suffering of this ending, I feel that things are going to get a lot clearer in your mind about what a future relationship looks like to you, or what the future looks like to you. And for you, it's going to get easier, because I feel that there's not going to be that level of enmeshment or codependence. Whether it's a love relationship, family, any kind of involvement where you feel like you need something to survive. That kind of attachment is what I'm talking about here. So it's escaping that. It's escaping the need to attach to anything that, well, anything. It's escaping the need to attach to anything, whether it's a person or possessions, money, material things, anything like that. You know, true freedom is not the freedom to have anything you want. It's the freedom from wanting that. And I feel that that's what we're talking about here in this soulful repair. The root of all suffering is attachment. So attaching yourself to things, to people, is what makes us suffer as human beings. So without that detachment, we can show love, we can show compassion, but keep our sense of self, so that if anything happens where anyone lets us down, it doesn't lead us to that suffering. It doesn't lead us to that really painful stage. So Libra, lots to think about here. I'll leave you with that. If you'd like a personal reading, please email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. Also, if you're interested in the love readings, I have those up right now. My April readings are up on my channel, so please check those out if you haven't already. And wishing you the best here, Libra, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.